Hey everybody, it's Chris over at Dixieland Farm, and today I'm going to be talking about budget record collecting. That's what I do. Everything's here on a budget. I got it back into record collecting because of my budget. It was right after the 2008 crash. We didn't have a lot of money on the farm, but I could buy dollar records, something that I kind of, up when I lived in New York, there were not many dollar bins, but down here in the South, Goodwills, thrift stores, and now there are lots of dollar bins even up north. So I started going back into collecting. Now, a lot of this music you could probably find online if you knew about it, but when you're looking through a thrift bin, you find music that you have no idea what it is, and you take a chance because it's only $1 or $2. Again, most of my collection was under $5. Now, there are some pieces in here that did cost like $30, but very few were $10, and again, a majority, more than 80% is $5 or under. We used to have a record collector in the VC, then he wasn't in the VC, then he was in the VC, then he wasn't in the VC, then he was in the VC, then he wasn't in the VC. He was adamant that quality over quantity. Why have a bunch of crap when you could have pristine copies? Now, the stuff he collected, he was kind of all over the map, but paying $50 for a Styx record that I paid $1 for, I guarantee you he did not enjoy that record 49 times more than I did. And yeah, a lot of stuff in my collection is worn. The spines are not always great, but that is the kind of record collecting I enjoy. And that is the kind of record collecting he enjoys. There's no reason why you can't coexist. He was dumbfounded by people like me, though. Like, he just couldn't get it. But to me, record collecting is the thrill of the hunt, finding stuff that is undervalued or I don't know. That is what I'm interested in. I am not interested in like the baseball card collecting part of it, or the stamp collecting, having these pristine specimens. I'm not interested in that, and I never was. And he's not interested in what I do, and that is fine. But I know lots of different music now because of the chances I can take in budget collecting, and you can be both kind of collectors. There's no reason why you have to be both. I am not dumbfounded, but I don't understand paying $30 for a reissue that is probably digitally sourced of an album that is more than 40 years old when you can buy the same original press record for $5 where time has been frozen for those 50 years. The record does not deteriorate over time, it deteriorates over plays. So if it had not been played too much, you're getting basically what you would have gotten fresh back then. Now, of course, technology has changed. Sometimes it's not better to have the original press. They didn't do a good job, or they dumbed down the pressing for their audience's players, and the players now are better, so it might sound better. So there's never a hard rule on reissues versus originals. But what I'm saying is, I'd rather pay $5 for that record and then have $45 more to buy more records than just having the one, unless the record meant something to me. It was, super important. So, what have you learned from this? Nothing. There's nothing you've learned, but that there are different types of collecting, and this is the kind of collecting I enjoy. I enjoy trying to get the most records for the least amount of money, and I am picky enough where they can't be trashed. They have to be playable. They may not be perfect and they're being played back, but they are good. The noise would not distract you from the music. If I hear something and it's too noisy and it distracts you from music, it gets thrown away. But 9 times out of 10, anything I buy, even stuff I'm like, I don't know about the condition, will usually play through just fine, even without my click repair computer set up. So And that's also part of the fun too. Is you know, the trash, cleaning it up, and getting something out of it that wasn't expected. So, from Dixieland Farm, everybody, thank you so much for watching.